Hello again, Bob, Vintage Lambo. Let's continue with the transmission, and we're going to get into the shifter lever area here. I told you that it's a little bit sloppy there, not too much. We take this back plate off. It's already unbolted naturally. A bushing in the back. Put that down. And now, why am I taking this out? Because this amount of distance has to go under the tunnel to get out. And with how cramped things are, you have to be able to fish the engine and transmission out of the tunnel. And of course, you have the front of the frame you got to deal with and everything with it. So it's much better have this off the car when you extract the motor and transmission, or even trying to take the transmission out. So to do that, normally all this has to come off. Then you got to fish it over here. You take the nut off, and then of course this is really easy because I have all the room in the world. And then I go like this, and I'm able to, I think. Okay, all right, so here we got the shoulder bolt is out, and now we take the shift lever off. This shift lever, okay. Hang on one second. I'm gonna go get a straight edge. Okay, back in the flash. So let's take a look. I've got a little straight edge here, and I'm gonna put it right here. Can you see? You see the gap down where the shifter hole is right there. Now I flip it 180, and look, no gap at all. So this car, it was parted out for a reason, and obviously the driver got a nasty bruise at the minimum, but we need to straighten the shifter out because obviously it's tilting this way. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to be able to mount this so that we can straighten this out and not cause any damage in doing so. Okay, we're back at the lathe. Seems like we've heard this before, but seems to be a recurring situation. And this is one tool you really need if you're going to get into trying repairing old cars. So, okay, I'm going to make another tool. It's pretty simple, but I need to make this because I want to make sure I don't stress out the shift lever at all. So we're going to start with a chunk of aluminum, and then we'll go from there. Okay, we're going to proceed. Okay, so we've got this guy here. I put a chamfer here so that there's a piece of the rubber that holds this shifter in here. Hard for you to see here at the moment. Okay, so let's just say that I have that now made up. So the idea is that I'm going to cup this. So when I have it in the press, it has a lot of surface around it to conform to it, so it doesn't want to move. I'm going to put another block under here, and then we're going to then push down here to get this thing to straighten out. Okay, so what is this? This isolator is there because on this shaft, if it's running and this is one piece, this acts like a tuning fork. And there is an actual 400 Intrum out there where someone this goes bad and these things come off. There's many stories. So they just welded it up. And it driving him crazy. So I'm going to make him another shifter, and it'll have the isolator in it so that he can be at peace. All right, next step. Back to the press here, and so this is the shifter. The shifter is bent. We want to straighten the shifter, and we want to get it as straight as we can. So essentially, I don't want anything crushed on this piece here where the rubber is inside there for the isolators, so I made this. So I calculated what I needed to make this even across here, and this is the actual gauge where it should be after it's completed. So you can see it doesn't have to move that much, you know, in that respect. But of course, by the time you get all the way to the full extension, it's significant. So that's the setup. So I'm going to then attempt to straighten it now. There's going to be spring back. I know that. This is just a basic. I know where it's going to be. I'll bend it down. I know it'll pop up. So then I'll take this piece out and then I'll do a gentle little touch and then put it back in to verify that's as straight as I can make it. All right. See what we come up with here. Like I say, I'm just going to basically try and go down to the stop. Okay, so you can see I came down and I'm jiggling. Sorry about that. So you can see how I still have to come down more. So I'm going to just put this off to the side. I'm going to do it again. And I will try and be very careful here. Try not to go too much, okay? Let's see. I might have to put something smaller than this there, but let's see what we got. That got quite a bit of it out, but I think I'm going to have to put something else in here because this width here is not really helping me going a little bit over to work on the spring back. So let me get something and I will be back. Okay, the miracle of video. All right, so I need to go down just a touch. Just a touch. So let's see if I can do that without causing any problems. So you can see how this is really sitting much flatter here. So let's see about doing it just a little bit more. This is really just a feel thing. Nah, false hopes. Boy, I don't want to play with fire. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that feels really good. It's got to be within a thousandths or so. I'm not pushing my luck anymore. I think we're there. Oh my gosh, great. Okay. So, let me just pause it for 1 second here. Oh, we're on the air. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell when we're on or not. So this is looking pretty darn good. So I don't think we can see a thousandths or so, can we? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take the collar off right now, but I need 2 hands, so one more flash. So you can see the gap right there with all that rust there. How about this? Does that look a little better? Okay, so you can see that pretty much. And then when we flip it over, we can see that. And before it was touching. So I feel real good about this thing. The cat's out of the bag, if you say so. And so what we do is we put a hole right on the side here so the bolt can come straight out. This way, we don't have to take the seats out. Just take the center console off, take the rubber boot off, and then we can get down to this. Bingo. Saves a lot of time. Okay, so I'll clean this all up, make sure all the chips and everything got caught, and get back with you. Say that the back cover is on. We're not going to touch anything back here. We're going to go just from the top and the side through this hole right here. So we're putting this guy through, and the bolt here, it's still a little touchy because it's a shoulder bolt. but you can see it's now in. So taking it out is just okay. Plug that we can go and put in here, and you know, so anyway, I don't want to put it all the way in right now. It's just but it'll go in. The bolt will not get close to it, so it'll seal it up good.